Good morning. Thank you for watching. Another beautiful Lord's Day. Sure is hot out here today, but I guess it's August weather. So this morning we've got our sick list. We got Ronnie Robinson, Ashlyn Hare, Ryan Sanders, Pat Nichols, Doyle Duke, Bruce Lewis, Randy Burnett, Sandy Lewis, Lee Heath, Ruby Allred, Wanda Burks, Brandon Schwartz, Crystal Chanel, Sharon Armstrong, Robert Pitts, Gary Blanton, Donnie Smith, Pam Brown, Claude Cunningham, and I'd like to add Justice Cunningham. He seems to be fighting cancer. So, and we'd also like to send sympathy to the families that lost folks down in Chattanooga when the flood hit down there. That was a pretty bad deal. But please keep all these folks in your prayers. This morning, we're going to be doing a little bit about being distracted. I had one of my videos last week mentioned about being distracted. And it seems to be a problem in our lives these days. You know, we've got all kinds of things that keep our attention from other things, and being distracted, you know, it's like we're being distracted from something important and we're looking at something that's not important, you know. And I don't know if you've ever done it or not, but when you're sitting at a red light waiting on traffic to come through, have you ever noticed how many people's on their cell phone? And it's quite disturbing watching people drive through an intersection and they got their cell phone up in front of their face. So, and I see it on the road, I see it everywhere. And I kind of looked up a statistic this week and found out that last year in 2024 we had 3,000 deaths because of that. And I'm sure we probably had a whole lot more people involved in wrecks that hopefully they've survived. And I guarantee you it was more than 3,000. So people are just driving distracted all the time. And but not only that, we spend a lot of time, important time that we have, looking at electronic stuff, you know, looking at something online, but that's taking away our time that we could be spending with God and looking at the Bible, you know. And the electronic devices, you know, all the stuff that's on there, that's not going to get you to heaven. So we need to be taking time to look at the Bible and getting the good stuff that we need. It says, since the fall of man, people have had trouble staying focused. But today we live in an age of unprecedented distraction. Lots of experts are talking about the negative effects of this having on us. Many of us feel it, the buzzing in the brain, the attention neuropathy, the diminishing tolerance for reading, especially reading books. We're becoming conditioned to distraction, and we're harming our ability to listen and think carefully, to be still, to pray, and to meditate, which means it's a spiritual danger and evil from which we need God's deliverance. Distraction is at least the dangerous kind I'm referring to, is shifting our attention from something of greater importance to something of lesser importance. Our fundamental and dangerous problem and distraction is being distracted from God. Our tendency to shift our attention orientation from the greatest object in existence to countless lesser ones. The Bible calls this idolatry. Our attention often runs to what's important to us, so distraction can reveal what we love. In other words, you're going to go to something that you're interested in over something that we could be learning about God. This fundamental attention drift disorders us in pervasive ways. We find our tendency to be distracted from more important to less important, cascading down, detrimentally affecting our relationship and responsibilities. So at the deepest level, we are distracted because of our fallen selfish nature. We have evil inside us. But not all distraction problems are due to our resident evil. Some are simply the result of futility infecting creation. Futility can infect our biology as well as our environment. All of us have faulty brains and bodies, and so do some of us battle distraction more than others due to factors like ADHD and other mental or physical illnesses. Environmental factors like poor nutrition, unhealthy family system, and cultural, technological forces, such as the constant stream of media, can also affect our ability to focus. All these factors mix together, in most cases making it nearly impossible to tell how much sin and fallen biology or environment is to blame for our distraction. But if we ask God, He will deliver us from evil. Whatever the cause, by using these powerful foes to our advantage, helping us to see what our hearts love, and by pressing us by His grace into greater levels of humble faith and self-control. So we need to look at our lives and see what's distracting us. Is it something that in our life that we pay a lot of attention to? I know a lot of folks that's on Facebook all the time, just sitting there staring at it. And man, that's looks like a waste of time to me. They could be doing the other things, making their life, improving their life. Spending time with their family, doing things with them instead of sitting there staring at their phone. I see it at work all the time. I remember going in our break room at work, and it would be so loud in there. I have heard a time or two somebody would just holler, "Everybody shut up!" There would be a bunch in there, get in there and get to arguing about something. But now I walk in there and it's just like silence. Everybody's sitting there staring at their phone. They don't even talk to each other anymore. And it's kind of strange. That's a bad thing. But we're all distracted in some way or another. Everybody is. Like I said, it can also be dangerous for us on the road. So we need to be paying attention to what we're doing. We need to try to focus on the good things that we need to do, and not be distracted. And, it might make our life a little bit better. And I know if we learn something about God and use that time wisely, I believe God will bless us for that. But that's the end of my lesson for today. Thank you for watching. Please keep our servicemen and women in your prayers, doctors and nurses and our first responders, everyone that keeps us safe and healthy. Please remember all the sick lists that I had, and please remember all those folks. Have a good week. I hope you get to go to church. I hope you won't be too distracted this week. So God bless. See you next time.